Hi.
How are you?
I'm
Welcome
good.
back.
I know, I'm so sorry. So I have two phones, and one of my phones' mic is broken, so I just forgot about it. So I just grabbed my other phone.
All right, perfect. Okay.
Actually, help me.
Okay, and let me, I didn't even ask the last girl this. Do you consent to be on the live and
Yeah.
potentially on YouTube, Instagram? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I'm 26. I live in the DMV area, and I'm having a really hard time dating. Like, I feel like every time I'm dating a man, I think he feels like it's fun until it's not fun anymore. Like when I'm ready to get serious, I'm like, okay, we're talking about relationships, yada yada yada. Like he is like backing up, like, oh no, like when things get too serious, they leave, and I feel sad. And I'm also finding that a lot of men are not meeting my standards.
Okay. What are your standards? What are you looking for?
Okay, so yesterday I went on a date, right? I work and I'm a hairstylist, so I work around a lot of barber shops and other cosmetologists. So I was being funny with my barbers that I work with. I was like, y'all need to send me some men back there. Like, I'm looking to start dating. And there's so many men, like somebody sent somebody over, right? Just being playful. But I did meet this one guy, and so he asked me, do I want to go on a date? So I said yes. So we go to the date. It's like a little bar. Well, it's not a bar, it's a restaurant, but we sit at the bar. And so as we're conversing, we're talking about marriage and everything like that. So he asked me, he said, what are your standards for marriage, or what are your standards for like your future? So I told him, like, I don't have any children, and I want to be married before I have children. Even though I know that's not like the ultimate blueprint, but that's just something that I want. I told him I want to be married, and I want to be moved into a house, like, before all. Like, I feel like I've molded my life this far, and I can continue to. Um, and so he was 36. He had a roommate who was 46 and a woman. And I just feel like it's like I'm not finding my standards to be met, even though I feel like it's bare minimum standards.
So, okay. So what happened after the date? After you found out he had a roommate, you told him you want to be married. How did he respond to that?
Okay, so
Wait,
like
wait, wait, wait. How did you find out he had a roommate?
he told me. So I
Okay.
have this thing when I'm on first dates, I'm quiet. So I'll just stay quiet, and I'll let you tell me what you have to say. So after he like knocked back a few drinks, and he just starts la, 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 la. So I'm like, listen, like he's telling me everything. He's telling me about his past relationships, his ex-girlfriends, and I'm just sitting there just soaking it up to understand who he is, because I feel like at first people show you who they want you to see.
Mhm.
And after a few drinks, your inhibitions kind of come down a little bit, and you start telling who you really are. So that's how I found out he had a roommate. And he's 36 years old, and I'm 26, and I'm like, I feel like at that age you should be like a little bit more. You should have like more. Like you should live alone, or just have more going. And I'm just finding that it's hard for me to not like it's I'm finding it hard to not waver on my standards, because it's just seeming like nobody is meeting the standards. And I don't think I'm asking for too much.
Yeah, you may not be asking for too much, but let me say this. You said you work within a barber shop, right?
Yeah, so it's like suites. So I have my own room in the back, and then everybody else has their own room too.
Okay. So if you work amongst men
Hmm.
in a suite, you should have no issues attracting said men,
Hmm.
right? And I always tell the ladies, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When you go to work, you need to be put together. No comfortable attire.
Hmm.
No, I get pretty when you take me out on a date. I need you to be
So
top
I don't
notch.
see the men. I'm so sorry. I don't see the men because I'm in the back. So like the two barbershops are right there in the front, and then I'm way in the back. So if they're like, it's like a long hallway, if you can imagine it. And then so they're one and two on left and right. And then in the back, I'm seven. So nobody
Okay,
really
well, if
comes
you
back there.
decide to come out of
Yeah.
seven and go down to four,
Yeah.
you got to be ready, is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
No comfortable attire. None. I don't want to see it.
Hmm.
Because this is what I always tell the girls, right? I tell them all the time, this is not just for you, darling. This is for everyone watching.
Hmm.
When you level up, the men will come to you like a moth to a flame. We won't be having these conversations about, oh, where they at, where they at. No. I want you to level up so much that they are chasing you down the hallway, knocking on your door. Now you're telling the barber, don't send them to me.
Okay.
Please.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So I want you to write down 10 things tonight
Okay.
that you can improve. Okay, what can Sleek improve? I already do hair. I already know how to do my little makeup when necessary. How can I improve my look? So then I don't have to do that much work. I don't gotta look. All I gotta do is leave my house. And I know they're gonna be on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely does. I feel like I attract men. It's just I'm not attracting who I want. So maybe I should, elevate a little bit. Like I can say that I don't wear makeup to work. I always have the cute little outfit on, but no, I don't do like the whole tens. I don't.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you gotta be all the way beat down Hollywood glamour red carpet, but I want you to put something on.
Okay.
Blush,
Yes.
eyelash, a little fill in the eyebrow, something on the lip,
Okay.
bronzer, something. But we need something. Okay, with your dress, no Crocs, no none of that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So those are the things I want you to work on. And it's good when you went out. Okay, you said you were married, but you ain't gotta say everything else after. Okay, I want to get married. You ain't gotta paint the picture for him.
Right.
Just tell him, okay, that's what I'm into. Blase blah. All right, keep the conversation going.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It definitely does. Do you have any other tips for me? Like, so I don't have any like older sisters or anything like that. So I'm just trying to soak in all I can.
Yes, my tip for you, the first tip was to level up.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I want you to do. The extension of the tips that I will give you, you're going to sign up for the link in my bio, and we're going to do a one-on-one call, okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Ashley.
You're welcome, beauty. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good night. I'll be watching.
Time to level up again. All right? And she was a good sport, but if you work in a barbershop, there should be no issue. Or close enough to a barbershop. There should be no issue. Once you walk in, once you walk out, honey, there's men everywhere. There's men. They're waiting. Oh, who's that? Who's the girl in red? Yes, the Crocs caught a stray. Because forget a man, not just a man. When a man or a woman sees Crocs on your feet, it's lazy shoes. That's lazy wear. I look at Crocs and I look at bonnets like lazy wear. Like you just don't got no time to put on a little sneaker. You don't have time to put on a skippy. You don't even have time to put on a chancleta. You're going straight to Crocs? Absolutely not. Thank you, Latasha. Absolutely not. Stop wearing lazy wear. Stop it, ladies. Your hair is done. Take it out the bonnet. You done pay all that money and you only wear the hairstyle on the weekend. Friday through Sunday. Friday through Sunday. Monday through Thursday is sweating under that bonnet. It is sweating. Sweating out and sweating. Wear your hair down. Wear it out. Stop preserving your hairstyle for the weekends. Get it redone if you need to. Throw them out, burn them. Throw them to the wolves and the lions. I'm just saying don't wear your bonnet in public. That's what I'm saying. Bonnets and Crocs should not be worn out in public. It shouldn't be. As simple as that. And then you're going to turn around and look at the man that you want to date and say, you better take me to a Michelin star, 5-star restaurant. You better do this, that, and the third for me while you have on Crocs and a bonnet. Interesting. So although you didn't put no effort into your look when you left the house, I got to put effort into the date. Although this is where you set the standard. You came out just looking willy-nilly. Now I got to come into your life and add a little splat. Add a little je ne sais quoi. That's what I have to do. And you're not willing to do it? Absolutely not. Anything's better than a Croc.